Hello, and welcome back to The Foundation Presents. My name is Mike Schramm, your host and one of the board members for the Foundation for West Hartford Public Schools, a private nonprofit group dedicated to building upon the existing curriculum in the West Hartford's public school system to enrich the student's experience. On today's show, we'll have two guests, a teacher from Hall to discuss his grant, and then the donor who gave the money for that grant. I'm very excited to talk to both of them, and I hope that you are too. And now I'd like to welcome on Michael Wilkos, who is a technology and engineering teacher at Hall. Michael, can you tell me a little bit about your grant?
Our grant is the eNABLE 3D Printed Hand Challenge. We came up with this idea of basically crowdsourcing our 3D printer and then donating the results of that print to charity.
Can you tell me a bit about what eNABLE is and the cause involved in it?
Okay. Well, traditionally, when you have a child growing up without a hand through accident, disease, or whatever, they typically don't get the best prosthetics until they're starting to grow and they're starting to slow down, because anything that they build, they'll outgrow in a year or two as they go through. So it was deemed, not worthwhile to try and do that, because you're just going to keep on refitting with these expensive medical equipment. The eNABLE community came through and said, well, 3D printing is here. We can easily print different pieces if we get a good design, scale up the size very easily, and it's about $8 to $10 worth of filament to print out one of our designs, and
wow,
just a couple of hours on a printer.
So you're telling me that this hand right here is $8 to $10 and a couple hours?
A couple hours, and then there's about $15 of hardware to run the tensioners and keep all the pieces together, and like little, I like the little grippy fingers on the end of the tips, kind of add a little bit to it.
Now, what inspired you to work on this grant in the first place?
I have to give credit to one of my assistant principals, Shelley Solomon. She actually came to me with an article saying a school in Manchester is doing this. Do you think it might be something you would want to try for Foundation for Public Schools? And so I read the article, I went to their website, I browsed around, and I said, this is pretty cool. We definitely have downtime with the printer, and it'd be nice to have something happening with it. And so I said, all right, let's see if I can get some other people on board at Conard and make it a both parts of town type thing. Mm-hmm. And the other teachers were interested in running it, and we said we have the perfect vehicle with our engineering classes. So we ran a couple of test prints last year with our second-year engineering students, and now we're kind of going on, and the idea is that Conard's going to build half, we're going to build half, and the goal was to, with the grant, get enough materials for 100 hands.